On the new TOEFL writing, a lot of people get stuck on the build a sentence questions, especially when the answer itself is a question. I'm Lee, a TOEFL coach who took the new TOEFL exam a couple of days ago and has been building practice specifically for these new traps. In this video, I'll show you the core pattern of question type answers so you stop guessing and start building them on purpose. In some items, the response is literally a question, like, the students appreciated the lecture you gave yesterday a lot. You're supposed to build a natural question, like, did they tell you what their biggest takeaway was? If you don't recognize that the answer itself is a question, you'll just drag tiles until it sounds okay, and that's how people lose points. Because you only have very limited time for this section, for the 10 questions in this section. So example 1, it's a yes-no question with an embedded WH clause. Let's look at that example more closely. Did they tell you what their biggest takeaway was? Here's how it's built. The help verb, did, subject, they, main verb, tell, indirect object, you, embedded WH clause, what their biggest takeaway was. So the structure is help verb, subject, main verb, object, embedded WH clause. Important things to notice. This is a yes-no question, so it starts with did. Inside the sentence, the WH part, what their biggest takeaway was, is not inverted. Embedded questions always stay in statement word order. If you're taking the new TOEFL 2026 and want extra practice, timing, and scoring guides and updates as we collect more real results, there's a link below this video. Fill out the short form and I'll send them. Example number 2. It's the same pattern but different content. So here's another example. Emma learned a lot from the exercises you gave her. Answer, did she tell you what the hardest section was? The pattern here is help verb, did, subject, she, main verb, tell, indirect object, you, embedded WH clause, what the hardest section was. Again, we get did, subject, verb, object, embedded WH clause. The key decision process is like this, okay? You first decide, is this a yes-no question? You probably see a question mark somewhere as well. Starts with do, does, did, will, can, etc. Or is it a WH question at the beginning? Then place the tiles in this order. Help verb, subject, main verb, object, embedded WH clause, or extra phrase. If you try to invert the embedded WH clause, the sentence will immediately sound wrong. So how to think during practice and the test. So when you see a built sentence answer that ends with a question mark, don't touch the tiles yet. Ask yourself, is this a yes-no question or a WH question? Which tile is the help verb? Which tile is the subject? Then do this. Put help verb or subject at the front, attach the main verb and object, and then add the embedded WH clause or extra information at the end. So when you practice, take a small set of built sentence items. For each question type answer, say out loud, help verb, subject, verb, object, WH clause, then build a sentence in that order. The goal is to train your eyes to see question structure, not to solve by feeling. In the next video, I'll show you the second major pattern, when the response is a statement, but it contains an embedded question inside. Once you can recognize, build a sentence stops feeling like random tiles and starts feeling like grammar you already know.